Hey YouTube, this is Eddie's Tech Talk, and today I'm wearing my Ford Mustang shirt, and there's a reason for that, and it's because it seems like, anyway, at least to me, and let me know in the comments if my logic's flawed here, but the best no annual fee cashback card isn't from a traditional credit card issuer. It's not from a traditional bank. It's from Ford. What? Now, full disclosure, I have several relatives that work for Ford. None of them work for Ford Credit. No one's job performance is tied to the credit card. No one was involved in designing the credit card. I actually don't think any of those relatives hold the Fordpass Rewards Card. So the point is, Ford's not a sponsor. Ford didn't influence me to say this. They're not seeing this video. No one pressured me to make this video. I mean, all that kind of stuff. And I think also, just since we're full disclosuring it, I think I own 2 shares of stock in Ford, so do with that what you will. But look, this is Eddie's Tech Talk here, and we tell it like it is. So how the heck is a card issued by Ford the best cashback card for no annual fee on the market? I mean, how can that possibly be? And it's pretty simple. I read the terms and conditions and looked at the website, and they kind of just throw it in there like it's not a big feature. But to me, this is the biggest feature on the entire card. And that is that every single year, every 12-month period from your card opening, that you spend $6,000 or more, Ford will give you a $200 statement credit. So let's say you spend $6,000 and not a penny more on the card every year, you get $200 back in a statement credit. So not as points, not as Ford points that I'll talk about later, as literal cash back. That's a 3.33% return on all of your spending. And that's before we get into anything regarding the reward structure, the points that you get, all that kind of stuff. You get 3.33% back on $6,000 in spend. That's kind of crazy. That's a great earn rate. And it's, better than any other card on the market, and it's straight cash back. I mean, this is a definite win. Even if you spend more money on this card, right? Let's say you spend $10,000 on the card. Well, 200 divided by 10,000, that's still a 2% cash back rate. So up to, I would say, $10,000 or $11,000, $12,000 on this card, you're getting a great cash back card, and that's before any Fordpass reward points, any redemptions, anything like that. So that's why I think for no annual fee, this is a great cash back card, even if you don't like Ford. And so let's get into now kind of more of the Ford-centric features, the reasons why they really want you to hold this card, the earn rates, the points, and all that stuff. So first things first, the card designs of this thing, they're pretty cool. There's your typical Ford blue. They've got the black inspired by the Model T, and they just came out with a Ford Bronco version of the card, so that's pretty cool. I think they have some other ones on the way. So, if that matters to you, you've got that there. The sign-up bonus on this card is really lame. You spend $3,000 in the first 3 months, and you get $100 back as a statement credit. So again, just cash back. And that's not a great return on spend, so the sign-up bonus is pretty lame. But let's get into the points structure here, and I'll break it down exactly like the Ford website lists it, which is a little strange at times, but let's go through it. You get 5% back in points on Ford dealership purchases. Now, what's a Ford dealership purchase? Pretty much anything you buy at a Ford dealership. So that's a down payment on a car. You charge that down payment. It's a roof rack for your car, a bed liner for your truck. Any of that stuff is going to get you that 5% back in points on Ford dealership purchases. And I'll go into this a little bit more in a second. But you also get 3% back in points on gas, auto insurance, tolls, parking, and dining. So you can really see where Ford's going with this credit card, right? What are you doing in your car? Well, you need auto insurance. You're buying that, which is a unique category. I don't see that on other cards. But you're also paying tolls. You're paying parking. You're probably going out to eat. These are things you do when you're on the move in your car. So that's kind of what they've got going there. I will add a point of major criticism to me. A major omission here is electric charging. Now, I know some gas stations do have electric vehicle stations. I don't know if that would code the same on the card, but to me, I would really love if they included electric vehicle charging as its own category, because they've got the Mach-E now, they've got plug-in hybrids now, they're gonna make more of their vehicles hybrids or fully electric, so weird to me that you don't have that as a category, but I digress. Let's move on. You get 1% 1% back in points on all other purchases. So these are all points I'm talking about here. And you get 10% back in points on Ford service. So even if you're a non-Ford owner, this might have some value to you. If you have a Ford dealer near your house, you can take your Toyota to the Ford dealer and get the oil changed and, get some work done on it. So that might be a point redemption option for you. And even if you're spending, you're getting money back. A weird quirk here, at the bottom of this web page, it does say you get 5% back in points on Ford dealership purchases, plus 5% back in points with Fordpass Rewards. Now, I don't know why they break it up like that instead of just saying 10% back in points on Ford dealership purchases. A Fordpass Rewards account is free, so I'm not really sure why they break it up that way, but sign up for a Fordpass Rewards account, and it looks like you get 10% back there, all in the form of points. Now, there's an additional offer on this card. You get 0% intro APR for 6 billing cycles from the date of purchase of a Ford dealership purchase, anything greater than $499. So you spend $500 or more, and you get 0% APR for 6 months. Typically, I would say stay away from these offers. Of course, your financial situation is your own, so use your best judgment. I don't know your situation, but typically I say if you can't pay your card off in full every month, don't bother with these 0% offers or those sorts of things. But if it's something very hefty, like a car, you're taking out financing for that already, so maybe you can take out a lesser loan amount, use some of the 0% APR and pay it off in 6 months. If you're diligent and that's an option for you, maybe this is an appealing feature of the card. But now let's talk about what you can redeem these points for. You're earning points on your oil changes, you're earning points on your gas purchases. What are they useful for? Well, you can use them, of course, on a new vehicle, which not used, so new vehicle purchase only. So you can use it on any new car at a Ford dealership, which is kind of cool. Take a chunk out there. But a more redeemable, a more easily achievable milestone for people, right, is Ford service. So you can redeem it at any Ford dealer for any kind of service that you get done there. And you can also redeem it for any kind of Ford parts and accessories. So whether that's a bed liner for your truck, a roof rack for your car, or a bike rack, whatever it is, if it's a Ford accessory for your vehicle, you can redeem points for that, which is kind of cool because some of these bike racks and things are pretty expensive. So the rewards, that's what's really boxing you in, right? You can only redeem it for Ford stuff at a Ford dealer pretty much. So that is, a deal breaker maybe for some people, but I would say even if you don't like Ford, like I said earlier, it's not a deal breaker because you're getting $200 statement credit, so cash back, not points, every single year you spend $6,000. And to me, that's just a great redemption, a great offer, something great to have in the card. It's not flashy, it's not going to get you a trip to the Maldives, but that's a sizable rate of cash back just for making normal spend. You don't even have to think about, is this my best card for this category or not? You're getting a great redemption no matter what you're spending. So I think that is pretty dang awesome. And so I really like the Fordpass Rewards Visa, and not a lot of people have talked about it. I think just because it's flown under the radar, and typically automotive cards aren't very good. And quite frankly, if it didn't have this $200 statement credit every year offer, I guess not offer, but it's in the cardholder terms and agreements, I wouldn't be as excited about the card. So I understand why maybe some people overlooked it, but the math, if you just do the math, to me it works out pretty good. So what do you guys think of this video? What do you think of the Fordpass Rewards Visa? Of course, again, Ford didn't see this before it came out. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below, and I will see you in the next one.